Good morning, tubers. Got a little update for you, and with some plans for the greenhouse, some changes that I want to do in here. Also, what I'm wanting to grow this year, some of the things that I bought on line, some seeds, and another way I like to get seeds to try new things. But I'll start off with this. This is poly patch that you'll buy if you ever buy a greenhouse film. You're going to need some of this just in case you have a cat, anything. Cats like to climb on things. They like to climb on these greenhouses. I don't really have that problem because I have a dog that really likes cats too, if you know what I mean. They don't typically come around here, but I've heard horror stories from people. But there are other critters that like greenhouses too, and some of them like coming in here because it's warm. They try to find ways in. You need poly patch. I've had to patch several spots along the side curtains. There's critters that get in here and have to get out, so they find ways out too. So you have to use this stuff on a, not a regular basis, but every now and then. You have to have something that'll last, that'll endure the different temperatures outside and the moisture, and this is what you got to have. I bought it when I bought this this film, and it comes in a real long roll. It's not cheap, but it's what you got to have. We had a little problem in here, another little problem, and that's why I want to kind of change things up for next year. I'm going to kind of share some of those plans with you. Temperatures came down below freezing inside the greenhouse for about 3 hours, and it affected my tomato plants and my peppers. I'm not going to show you that today. It's pretty sad. Those tomatoes and peppers were doing so well, and I got tied up at work because I do have another job, and I have to go to that job and take care of that. It's what feeds my family. So and there are times when Daniel and David or nobody's here to kind of help things out. So I've got a plan for that for next year. I don't want to deal with that, having to worry about it. I want some kind of a system that'll kick on, and it may cost me maybe a gas furnace of some sort that'll kick on when I'm not able to come out here. That may give me a little more rest at night too, so it may help me to let the thing run overnight, use the stove and a gas heater of some sort. But I got to do something. I told you about dividing this into 2 sections, and that'll help as well. So anyway, I want to be able to change things up around here so that I have most of my tomato plants up at this end and my peppers and stuff like that, and I'm going to separate my cole crops, put them down at this end, and I'm probably going to move my 2 Dutch bucket systems a little closer together for just conserve on the space. I've got them right now. They're probably 15 feet apart, and it's really wasting all that space in the middle. So I'm going to do some changing there. This is something I wanted to show you. I go to these markets. We have a couple of different places like Whole Foods, and we have a farmer's market in the city, and they get a lot of different heirloom varieties and things I might want to try. I just look around, buy them for the seeds. This is a winter melon. Never even heard of it, so I'm going to try this. It's supposedly an heirloom. See what it looks like, a watermelon, but I tasted it, and it doesn't taste quite like a watermelon. It tastes like a crossbreed between a watermelon and a honeydew. So I'm going to try it. I may grow it in here next year. And without further ado, we'll see what we got for seeds for next year, or this spring. Oh, okay. forgot about these. I bought some markers. You know how I would like to write on my plastic knives? Well, for whatever reason, Sharpies don't tend to last on those markers, on those spoon or knives. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, when you write on a knife with a Sharpie, it doesn't stay on there. It says permanent, but it fades. These are garden markers, and they're permanent ink. It says xylene free. I'm going to try these, see if maybe it'll last longer. I've got to where I've went out in the garden before and looked to see what variety of a certain item that I planted there was, and I couldn't tell because it had faded away. But anyway, got a couple of those. I'm trying a few things. Some of this stuff I've used before, and I've grown before, and I just ran out of the seeds because they're not. A lot of this is not heirloom; they are hybrids. These are yin yang beans, and I will tell you, my wife picked out almost all of this. Murray corn. Several packs of that. These are 100 seeds a pack, but we grow several rows of corn here. These are Green Arrow peas, Festiva beans. These are a long bean. These kind of look kind of cool. I may grow these in here before you can grow them outside. Now these are the jade beans. I do love these things. These are really good beans. My friend Donna, she grows these, and she just talks about these all the time. And I'll put her channel link down below. You got to go check her out. If I lived in her house, I'd be big as a house. That woman looks like she can really cook. Not that my wife doesn't cook very well either. Mr. Big Peas. My wife picked those out. My family loves peas. My son will open up a can of peas and just eat them straight out of the can. All right, I wanted to get some Roma tomatoes for paste and soups and stuff, and they didn't have any. They were out. So I'm trying something that's a little different. It's called an agro hybrid. It looks like it is a paste tomato, but it looks a lot like a Roma. We'll see how that goes. Chinese Wawa Sai, STSAI cabbage. We're trying a few different cabbages here. And this is not all of the seeds that I ordered. Some of it came, some of it shipped later. I don't know what the deal is with that. These are Gonzalez hybrids cabbage. Collards, you know how we love collards. These are my Georgia collards. Same thing I grew over there. These are some Candy Bell peppers. And they're supposed to have a real sweet taste to them. They actually look like candy, but the colors are a little more vibrant than your typical bell peppers. Hybrid, winter boar hybrid kale. Looks like the stuff my wife's been buying since we ran out of kale in the garden. Don't know what kind of stuff that was she was buying, to be honest with you. I have Brussels sprouts, a red samurai carrot. They look cool. Don't know if they're going to be any good. And these are tender snacks. These are what I've had a lot of people recommend different varieties of carrots. This was one that was recommended by a good friend of mine up in Wisconsin. He doesn't have a channel per se, but he comments on mine a lot. White lady turnips. And this is a different kind of cucumber. It sounds really good, so we'll see what it is. It's called Sir Crunch-A-Lot. We'll try that. And some more melons. These are Dulce Nectar Hybrid. Dulce was my grandmother's name. A name you don't hear very often. And my favorite cantaloupe is the hybrid, or the Ambrosia. I've sent some of these as far as the United Kingdom. I sent them over to Claire. She's growing them. Check her out. Claire's allotment. And the rest are all squash. These are Contender hybrids and Raven hybrid squash. So that's what I'm growing. I've got more coming. I'll show you that when you get it. When you do order from these seed companies, they'll send you these little pamphlets on how to plant your seeds and when to plant your seeds. These are really good. I've been doing this for a long time. That's really all I have right now. I've had a lot of people asking me about doing a contest. I'm still thinking about that and what I might want to give away. But if you see something on my channel you want to trade for a seed tray, something I grow all the time, just leave a comment in the comment field below, or because I answer everybody. So far, I've been able to answer everybody. I believe I try not to miss any, but I've got 2,000, over 2,000, 2,050, something like that, subscribers, and I'm going to try and stay on top of that. I know at some point it may get to be impossible, but today I'm answering everybody who comments below. But if you do see something that you like, comment or send me a PM, and we'll swap seeds. I'd love to do that, kind of make a connection with people. I've done it for 4 or 5 years that I've been on this medium, and it's worked out really well. So anyway, there you go. That's a little update. The lettuce is doing well. You can see it. It wasn't affected, neither were my kale and my carrots and collards. All that's doing fine. The only thing that was really messed up was the tomatoes and the peppers. And it looks like some of those may bounce back. We'll see. I may just start over. Go plant some seeds. Start some seeds in your house. Go plant some dirt. We'll see you next time. God bless.